Hi friend, Jen here. Question for you. Are you building a personal brand? Or do you want to build a personal brand, but you just don't know where to start? And you feel so confused and you have analysis paralysis and you're like, there's so many options, there's so many things that I could do, there's so many ways to go about it, but I just don't know how to do it. Or maybe you have this desire to do it and you know exactly what to do, but you just don't have the confidence to press go. Well, I have an amazing opportunity, or a dare rather, for you to do today. We have just announced that we are doing our biggest event yet. We are going to be doing a mega event called Build Your Brand Live in Dallas, Texas, October 20th, 21st, and 22nd, and I am personally inviting you to attend. This is going to be our biggest event we've ever done. So anybody that's interested in building a personal brand, or that has a brand, or has a service, a product, or a story that can help people and you want to monetize it, I want you to get your butt to Dallas, Texas for this event, because we're going to be having some of the biggest brand builders, entrepreneurs, influencers, and thought leaders speaking on our stages, teaching you how they got seen, got paid, and got the confidence to do it. You're also going to be surrounded by hundreds of other like-minded people who can help you on your journey to being seen and creating that brand of your dreams, really becoming that recognized expert in your space. So I don't know what you're waiting for. I mean, I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for me to share you the link and how to sign up. So go to buildyourbrandlive.net right now, or go to the show notes and click on the link and buy a ticket. We're in early bird pricing right now. The prices will never be this low, so go do it right now before that expires and the prices go up. And I dare you, don't just buy one ticket, but buy 2 tickets. Buy a ticket for a friend to come with you and give the gift of being seen, being paid, and being confident to a business bestie of yours. All right, my friend, that's your dare of the day. I can't wait to see you at Build Your Brand Live in Dallas, Texas in October. See you soon. I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I opened up ChatGPT and I saw the power of using artificial intelligence. You can create a full website in a day. You can replace video of yourself, audio of yourself. You can take a podcast, you can transcribe that podcast, you can put it into show notes, you can take those show notes and turn them into Instagram posts, turn them into Twitter posts, turn them into Facebook posts, and have them automated and posted all over the internet on all of your platforms at a certain time. It blew my mind.
What if today was the day that you dared yourself to do what you've always wanted? Welcome to the I Dare You podcast. I'm your host, Jen Gottlieb, and together we're going to step outside of our comfort zones and into our best lives, one dare at a time. So come on, I dare you to dive right on in.
Hello, my sweet friend. Welcome back to the I Dare You podcast. So excited to be with you today. Super stoked about what I'm going to talk about. Very, very stoked because my husband and I have been doubling down on this one thing that I'm going to talk about today, and it's actually changed my life and our business in a matter of weeks. And I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to change how everything's done moving forward in the world. And it's going to start to change really, really fast. So get excited about this episode because I'm going to be talking to you about artificial intelligence. Now, if just me saying that right off the bat, artificial intelligence made you check out because you were like, oh God, I don't want to hear about that. That is just like so over my head. I'm not even going to do that, go there. I get it because that's how I was for, I don't know, since it existed up until about 2 weeks ago. And up until about 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh man, that's not for me. I'm not a technologically savvy person. I don't want to get involved in this stuff. I'll let AI happen and I'll just be someone that watches it happen and like whatever, uses the stuff as it comes out. Like, yay, Netflix has an algorithm and guesses what shows I want to watch. Awesome. But I'm not going to be that person that knows anything or cares about AI because I'm not a techie type of person. That was a story I was telling myself until everything absolutely changed because while I'm not a techie person, I am a quite lazy person. Now, let me explain what I mean by lazy. Yes, I'm a very disciplined person, and that you might think like, oh, Jen, that's the opposite of lazy. It's not. I'm disciplined when it comes to putting in the work and the effort and the discomfort when it comes to building my self-confidence and growing and doing hard things and getting to my goals. But when it comes to those little tiny tasks like writing emails and writing copy and editing things and sitting in front of my computer, I like to delegate those tasks. And I think a good leader knows how to delegate and understands that if it's not in your zone of genius and it's not a good use of your time and your talents, you should delegate it. So I'm super lazy when it comes to those things. And I'm always looking for easy hacks or ways to not have to do it or ways to delegate it to my team. And I've got an amazing, amazing, amazing team that easily takes those things that I should not be spending my time doing and does them for me way better than I could do them. But now I have discovered a tool. I have discovered a tool that's going to free up, or already has freed up, my team's time so they can do higher level things and free up my time and space and actually help me become even more creative. And that is artificial intelligence. And there's so many different forms of AI. And I didn't know about this when I first discovered ChatGPT. So that might be the first thing that you've ever heard of when you hear about AI, ChatGPT, which, and if you haven't heard of it, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but I also want you to go and search it online. Just type in ChatGPT by OpenAI on Google and you'll see it and you'll get to play with it. But I initially thought that that was the only form of AI until my husband, Chris, and I went to Vegas last week and we went to a full AI conference to learn just what this stuff was and how it was changing the way things are done. And it blew my mind. You can create a full website in a day using artificial intelligence. You can replace video of yourself, audio of yourself, with artificial intelligence. You can take a podcast, you can transcribe that podcast, you can put it into show notes, you can take those show notes and turn them into Instagram posts, turn them into Twitter posts, turn them into Facebook posts, and have them automated and posted all over the internet on all of your platforms at a certain time, at a certain it's mind-blowing what you can do. And so this podcast isn't going to be diving into all the different things and making you feel analysis paralysis and overwhelm about all the ways AI can help you, because it easily can do that. And it did that to me. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm going to go really, really, really simple. And I'm going to give you a couple of different dares that you can start to do just to start dipping your toe into this thing called AI. And this will change your life. If you don't like writing emails and writing an email takes you a really long time and you're spending too much time of your day writing emails and you're not spending that time doing things that could actually move the needle, like creating and making and being a visionary and coming up with ideas, I want you to pay attention. Because if you could just wrap your head around how to use this simple little tool, it's going to change your life. So the one that I'm going to teach you or talk about today is this most simple one, and that is ChatGPT. So if you're listening, you're in front of your computer, you're already taking the dare, I want you to just go into Google and type in ChatGPT by OpenAI. You're going to click on it. You're going to sign up. You can get a monthly subscription to ChatGPT 4, which is $20 a month, or you could just use it for free. I recommend just start playing with it for free. You don't even have to sign up for the paid option. And I want you to go in there and I want you to start talking to it. Now, what this is it's basically like having a virtual assistant right at your desk. You can ask it absolutely anything. You can ask it to do anything, write anything, and you will be blown away. I don't even want to explain to you. I don't even think I can explain to you how powerful it is and how it's almost like magic. So what I want you to do after you're done listening to this podcast, or maybe even during this podcast, if you've never heard of this before, do it with me here on the podcast so you can feel safe playing with something different if this feels totally over your head. But I just want you to go in to ChatGPT and type in, "Hi, how you doing today?" And it will respond just like it's your assistant. It'll say, "I'm doing great," whatever it'll say. And then I want you to say, "Give me 10 headlines for an Instagram post all about stepping outside of your comfort zone." Just try that one. It'll give you 10 unbelievable ones. And if they aren't that good, you can type in again after it's given you the 10 prompts, the 10 headlines, say, "I don't like those. Make them more conversational, or make them in the voice of Chelsea Handler, or make them in the voice of Chris Rock, or make them all funny, make them comedic," and see what happens. You can ask ChatGPT to write an email, to write a resignation letter, to write a cover letter, to create a resume, to write a description, to write sales page copy, to give you 10 ideas for a viral video for YouTube on a specific topic. Now, it does all of these amazing things, but the key to really mastering ChatGPT and not just like using it for little things, but actually using it to skyrocket your business and help you scale is to understand how to give it prompts. The prompt is the key. And when I say prompt, it means what I just told you, to ask it to give you 10 ideas or whatever. Whatever you type into that prompt like window is going to be the key to getting the best response and the best results. So the analogy that I like to use is if I went to Home Depot and bought a bunch of wood and tools, and a contractor went to Home Depot and bought a bunch of wood and tools, and we both tried to build a house, the contractor would build a beautiful house and I would build like nothing. It would be a pile of shit on the ground because I don't know how to use the tools. So you have to learn how to use ChatGPT, and you have to learn how to use all of the amazing tools that artificial intelligence is now incorporated in. There are so many tools on the internet, but we're talking specifically about ChatGPT. And if you know how to write great prompts and you've become an expert prompt writer, you are going to get unbelievable results, and you will be able to scale your business and be able to do things that used to take you weeks in a matter of minutes. I'm not even kidding you when I say minutes. Now, if this still feels over your head, what I want you to do is to go to understandingai.com. And my husband, Chris, actually started a newsletter for people that want to understand AI and want to read a daily newsletter that'll teach you something very, very simple about AI each day for people that maybe aren't the most technological, like me, for people that just want to learn in an easy to understand way. He's writing emails daily. So that is understandingai.com. Go there and just subscribe for his newsletter. He's sending an email out a day all about AI, and it's the fastest way to learn all the different tools out there, different prompts that are really great. He's been rocking my world with this a newsletter, and we're learning about this together, but I love reading his newsletter because it teaches me all the different tools that are available to me, like a tool that can completely create your PowerPoint presentations for you without you having to do anything. It's really mind-blowing what AI can do. Now, the purpose of this podcast was really just to open your eyes to this new form of technology and dare you to start dipping your toe. I don't want to overwhelm you. I know analysis paralysis is a thing, and if something seems too complicated or too over my head, I won't even touch it. I won't even look at it. So that's why this episode is short and to the point, because I really want you to check this out. I really want you to play with it. My dare for you is to just go check out ChatGPT. That's the only thing I want you to do. I want you to go grab it, sign up. It doesn't have to be for a paid account. And my dare for you is to start asking it questions and see all of the things that it can do. Once you've played with it and you've gotten a good understanding of how it works, then you continue to go down the rabbit hole and learn how to write the best prompts. You can start going into all of the different tools, creating imagery, creating video, creating audio. There's so many different things that you can do with AI, but I like to keep it simple. I like to go one step at a time, and I don't like to overwhelm myself with too much information, or it'll discourage me, especially with this type of stuff. So that's my dare for you. I'm so excited for you to try it out. And then again, just subscribe to understandingai.com, Chris's brand new newsletter. He's not going to sell anything on this newsletter. We made a promise. It's all going to be value adds and teaching people how to understand AI in a really, really simplified way. So it won't be over your head. It won't be overwhelming. It'll be super simple. This is so important, you guys. I can't double down on this even more because this is the future. And think about if you were, some of you maybe were on Instagram when it first launched and you were going hard on Instagram. Could you imagine if you became an expert in Instagram and got in on Instagram right when it launched? I wish I did. I wish I was right in on it in the very beginning. I would be so far ahead of where I am now, so far ahead of the game. I would have a huge audience. I mean, way, way, way bigger and more engaged than I do now if I would have started at the beginning. We are at the beginning. This is like the beginning of the internet. Mark my words, we're at the beginning. So if you can get in now and learn how to leverage it now and learn how to utilize it now, you're going to be so far ahead of the game. But all you have to do today in order to start dipping your toe is to go over to ChatGPT and start playing with it and start seeing the power, because that's what happened to me. I didn't necessarily understand what it was. I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I opened up ChatGPT and I saw the power of artificial intelligence. So that's my dare for you today, my friend. I want you to go head on over there today. Once you do, I want you to share this episode with a friend once you've realized the magic of artificial intelligence. And believe me, I will be talking way more about it on this podcast. I'll be talking way more about it in my social and in my content. and in my talks on stages, because it's unbelievably important. I think if anybody's teaching how to build a brand in today's world and they're not talking about artificial intelligence, they're behind the eight ball, and you don't want to listen to them, because you need to be able to leverage these tools in order to get ahead of the competition. It's going to be your unfair advantage. So with that, I will leave you to it. I dare you to go check it out. I dare you to go subscribe to understandingai.com. Start learning, start just exploring and giving yourself that gift of time, because that's what this does for you. I love you. I'm so grateful you joined me today for another episode of I Dare You, and I will be back next week for some more magic and some more fun. Share this episode with somebody who you think needs it, or share it online, share it on social, and tag me, and I will reshare you. I'm so grateful for you, my friend, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the I Dare You podcast. I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time with me, but I'm even more grateful for your future self, that you are building one dare at a time. So my first dare for you is to subscribe to the show and then share it with a friend who you think needs to step a little bit more outside their comfort zone and into their best lives. They'll thank you for it. I'll see you next time on the I Dare You podcast.